Good evening, guys. This evening's topic at D is excessive daytime napping in older adults. Okay, that's what we're discussing tonight for D. So please join me for the presentation I made for you. Okay, here we go. Short answer: excessive daytime napping in older adults is not harmless. Is not a harmless cork. It is often an early psychologic warning sign that the brain or body is struggling. Long, frequent, or morning naps can signal sleep disorders, cardiovascular disease, metabolic dysfunction, medication effects, or early neurodegeneration. What follows is a full narrative essay that frames this risk in a way that is clinically grounded, vivid, and compelling. Here's the title, guys: The Quiet Warning: Why excessive napping in older adults deserves attention. Daytime sleep has always carried a certain cultural gentleness. A soft chair, a patch of sunlight, the quiet surrender of an afternoon doze. But in older adults, napping is not always the binge comfort it appears to be. When naps become longer, more frequent, or creep earlier into the day, they can signal that something deeper is shifting beneath the surface. Excessive napping is one of aging's subtle warning lights, a psychologic whisper that the body is working harder than it lets on. The psychology behind the nap. Healthy sleep follows a predictable rhythm. Alertness builds through the morning, dips slightly after lunch, and fades toward evening. Older adults often nap because nighttime sleep becomes fragmented, a bladder that wakes them, joints that ache, or a brain that simply no longer holds sleep as tightly as it once did. A short early nap, a short early afternoon nap can be restorative. But when an older adult begins falling asleep in the morning or dozing repeatedly throughout the day, the pattern changes meaningfully. Morning sleepiness suggests the person is waking unrefreshed, unable to sustain alertness even for a few hours. This is not normal aging. It's a physiology under strain. Large cohort studies have shown that each additional hour of daytime napping is associated with measurable increase in mortality, and that morning napping carries the strongest association of all. These findings do not mean naps cause harm. Instead, they reveal that the body begins to lose its ability to regulate wakefulness when underlying disease is present. Often, months or years before symptoms fully declare themselves. What excessive napping may be trying to tell us? The causes behind excessive napping are diverse, but they share a common thread. The brain is fighting to stay awake. Sleep apnea fragments nighttime sleep, leaving the person exhausted by breakfast. Heart failure reduces cardiac output, making even quiet wakefulness feel like work. Depression in older adults often presents not as sadness but as profound fatigue. Early Alzheimer's or Lewy body disease disrupts the brain's wake promoting centers. Medications, antihistamines, opioids, and benzodiazepines, antipsychotics, quietly sedate. Metabolic disorders like anemia or hypothyroidism drain energy from the day. In each cause, the nap is not the problem, it is the symptom. The functional consequences. Excessive napping is not only a marker of disease, it can accelerate decline. Long daytime sleep reduces physical activity, weakens muscles, and increases fall risk. It disrupts nighttime sleep, creating a vicious cycle of fatigue. It can lead to missed meals, social withdrawal, and reduced engagement, all of which compound frailty. For caregivers, the shift is often subtle. A parent who begins dozing in the recliner before lunch, or who falls asleep during conversations, These small changes are easy to dismiss. They shouldn't be. What older adults and caregivers should watch for: a sudden increase in napping over weeks or months, morning naps, especially before noon, total daytime sleep exceeds 60 to 90 minutes. Naps that interfere with meals, medications, or daily routines. New confusion, imbalance, breathlessness, or memory changes. These are signs that deserve medical evaluation, not alarm, but attention. Responding to the warning. The goal is not to eliminate naps, but to understand them. A clinician can evaluate sleep disorders, review medications, screen for depression, check thyroid and metabolic markers, and assess for early cognitive change. Treating the underlying cause often reduces daytime sleepiness dramatically. At home, caregivers can help by encouraging morning sunlight, gentle physical activity. Social engagement and consistent sleep schedules. Short, intentional early afternoon naps, 20 to 30 minutes, are generally safe and restorative. Aging with aging with vigilance, not fear. Napping is not the enemy, but excessive napping is a message. In older adults, the body speaks softly when something is wrong, and daytime sleepiness is one of the earliest languages. Paying attention to this shift can uncover treatable conditions, prevent decline, and preserve independence. The warning is quiet, a head nodding toward a conversation, trailing off, a morning loss of sleep. But those who listen, it is a chance to intervene early to protect health and honor the dignity of aging with clarity rather than surprise. Okay, guys, that is it for tonight. I will see everybody for shows tomorrow. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks. Have a good evening.